What's going on, everybody? Today in this video, we are going to be looking at the gravity zone indicator on TradingView. And if you're interested at all in this, there will be a link both in the description and the comments. And I'm going to review this indicator. I'm going to show you the 3 simple steps that it uses to identify trades, both upside and downside. And I'm actually going to show you a little preview here of a downside move on the SPY chart, the SP 500, and how potentially it could continue to bleed here. But first, I'm going to walk through the 3 simple steps. So write this down, sit there, pay attention, because this is a really critical 3-step process. It's a very simple process, but this is exactly how you get trades with this thing. So the first thing is that you are going to identify the blood red trap on the screen. And where do we see that? Where is the blood red trap? Well, it's right above me. You can see it right here. This is the trap. This is where price continues to bounce off up to the upside and then to the downside. And it is a compression. And so essentially what this does, if it's almost like support resistance, there is support, but there's resistance at the top, support at the bottom, and price will just continue to bounce off of these. And we are getting these levels not with actual price action. We are actually getting it with volume, right? And that is the key difference between this and what you would see with typical, bounces on. So typically you would draw something like this for support and something maybe up here on resistance. We're not doing that. We are actually identifying purely on volume, which is really cool. And I think that is very critical. And so when you see something like this, this is where the teal candle comes in. So that's step number 2, is you got to wait for the breakout. And that is the downside move here. This is where the sell side would have been. Now, here's what happens a lot of times. It does break and then come back in. So this in particular case came right back into the gravity line, but it did not break it. It actually stopped. It stuck there. And now we are in a continuation phase where it is going down here, and it's going possibly down to the floor. And what the floor is that is the bottom area where it is the most very strong support level down there. And so you can actually even zoom all the way back. This is where price action comes in. So that's actually where you would go. This right here is what we call an open space. This is an open space, and this is actually what you want to be trading. The whole goal of this is to trade above and below. So this is the open space that we are focused on, and it's actually up 1.6% right now on this particular trade. So what's cool about this is that we also give you, so all you options guys out there, especially that love trading call put options, these aren't just a 0 DTE or a couple days, and these are going to be options that are a little safer. And again, there's no options that's 100% safe. And again, there's no strategy that's 100% foolproof. But these are options that are going to be give you a little room, especially when you see a pullback like you saw here before that continuation to the downside. And so this one's already up a 1.5%. And so the whole goal with this is to get in and out at smart money exits. And so really where we would be targeting in this particular trade would be this floor area, because there is no real strong support between here and here. So this is the target area at 650. So 650 would be our target area, which is not very far away. So once we get that teal, that's exactly what we do. And we actually kind of already discussed the step number 3 is deploy the automated options targeter. It's exactly what we're doing. It's exactly where you would target. So you don't even have to trade options with this. You can even grab shares or short some of these positions, either or, it doesn't really matter. And you don't just have to just rely on this with stocks. You can trade it with Forex. We have a lot of really good success with a bunch of other assets. And the result, and so check this out. So this example right here would have been a beautiful breakout. So check out where that entry was. Beautiful breakout. See this open space, and actually When we're at all-time highs, we call it the blue sky. So this in particular case right here, this is a blue sky. And essentially what that means is a discovery area where we don't know where price could go. And so that's where you need to really focus on RR, which I teach all of that. We teach all of that in the members portal. So this thing is really cool. It really gives you a different perspective on the chart, and not just relying on just regular old support and resistance. This is kind of taking it a step further, and it's giving you volume with it. It's giving you actual volume levels, and you could pair it with any tool out there. I actually have this paired with my fear meter right now. And essentially what that shows is just there's a lot of panic in the market. So when this is up, that means the markets are going to be most likely going down. And sure enough, we hit almost max panic here a couple days ago. On that breakdown, and it's continued to just go up. There's a lot of there's a lot of panic right now in these markets. So that's the gravity zone, exactly how it works. I mean, I could really show you a bunch of examples like this one right here. Look at Exxon, really nice trade there. Boom, you can with the options. That would have been a 316% gain with just the options recommendation. Here we go on a SPY. This was the upside. That's 108%. And again, this is also showing you the stock game. So if you're just playing shares, so you also be able to see that as well. Here's gold. All you gold lovers out there, there was a nice buy entry, and then boom, 5% move on gold. Wow, what an absolute. That's a crazy move on gold. And then, of course, Bitcoin. All you Bitcoin guys out there, and we are actually watching a very critical level on Bitcoin at this very second as well. And that's a big time move to the downside. And let me actually just put up the Bitcoin chart. So this is a level that I've been watching on Bitcoin, and the gravity zone was okay. So we actually did get our teal line. And so what we need to do, and let me actually look at it on the daily chart. So you can actually pull this up on the 4 hour or the daily. So look at that big rejection. So what I told our folks, and let me actually move this. Well, we can just keep this over here, right? That's fine, right? Move that over there. How's that? So let me just share what I think could happen here on this Bitcoin chart. So we broke, nice breakout, nice little breakout here. Still not a good confirmation for me. We got to break this level right here and confirm. And essentially what a confirmation is, you got to close. You got to close somewhere above these areas. And so close above some of these key areas is going to trigger a nice move. See this open space, nice open space into the next gravity zone, which is around 85,000. So if you're watching this, recently, or you're watching this down the road, we'll see how it played out. We'll see if that actually comes to fruition. But I think this could be a very critical trade here on Bitcoin. Right now, though, the markets are very sloppy. They're very slow. But nonetheless, it could definitely. All right, well, that's it for this video. I appreciate you guys watching. If you're interested in Gravity Zone, what I want you to do is click on the link in the description or the comments. Let me know if you have any questions about it. Hopefully you guys, if you jump in, you get in the members portal, you guys are going to absolutely love this thing, and you will be able to communicate with us, just ask us questions, things like that. So again, the link will be in the description. Thank you guys for watching, and we'll see you guys in the next one.